If you're trying to raise your vibrations so you can manifest more easily and it still isn't working, then this video might explain why. It's not that you're doing it wrong, it's that you don't need to do it at all. I'll explain. You've probably seen the advice, think positive, listen to high frequency music, raise your vibe, and the universe will respond. Unfortunately, all that advice has it backwards. By the end of this video, you'll know how to get out of low vibe states without needing affirmations, music, or thinking positive, and how to tap into something far more powerful, your natural, quiet awareness. That's where the real shift happens and manifesting begins. You don't have to fake being high vibe. You don't have to pretend you're full of love and light when you're really just knackered, broke, and frustrated. You're going to see something today that will feel like a breath of fresh air. And if you want to go deeper into this approach, I've got a free 10-minute masterclass called Effortless Money Manifesting. It's not about chasing wealth. It's about understanding how the universe really works from the inside out. Links in the description, and there's a QR code you can scan if you're curious. Now let's begin with a quick experiment. This comes from my background in NLP, but don't worry, I'm not going to hypnotize you or sell you a technique. I just want to show you something that anyone can do, and it takes about 30 seconds. Ready? I want you to imagine a time when you felt truly on top of the world. Maybe you were laughing with friends. Maybe you just achieved something you were proud of. Maybe you were in love. Or finally on that long-awaited holiday. Really go there, see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt, step into it as best you can. Breathe like you did in that moment. Got it? Now, notice what's not happening. Chances are you're not worrying about money. You're not obsessing about your to-do list. You're not doubting yourself or wondering if you're good enough. In that moment, just for a second, you weren't trying to raise your vibration, you just felt good. You were present, and the vibration raised itself. You didn't do it, it happened. And that right there is the clue to this entire video. See, most people try to raise their vibration the way you'd try to start a fire in the rain, rubbing sticks together, hoping and hoping something catches. Affirmations, journaling, visualizations, nothing wrong with those, but the problem is they often come from a place of efforting, a place of, I need to change how I feel or nothing will manifest. But what if there's a deeper truth? What if your natural state, your default setting, is already peaceful, already still, already high vibe? What if the only thing bringing you down is the mental noise that you're not enough, not doing it right, or not manifesting fast enough? And what if the way to raise your vibration is simply to return to silence? Let's talk about that for a moment. The idea of quiet awareness, the 0 point. If you've ever stared at a blank canvas, watched the sea at dawn, you've touched it. That stillness, that quiet behind the thoughts. It's like a moment before inspiration hits, or the pause between breaths. It's not excitement, it's not bliss, it's not some manic high. It's just quiet. But it's alive, full of potential. Everything begins there, every idea, every breakthrough, every shift. In fact, when people say things like, follow your intuition or trust the universe, this is where that guidance comes from. Not from your racing thoughts, not from forcing yourself into a better mood. It comes when you're not trying to control your mood at all. That's why when people ask me how to raise their vibration, I sometimes ask, what if you didn't need to? Let me explain. If you stand in a muddy river and stir it with a stick, it gets cloudy. But if you stop stirring and just wait, the mud settles, the water clears. The same is true of your mind. Trying to fix it is just more stirring. Quiet is what allows the clarity to return. And from that quiet, your state shifts on its own. No technique required. I want to tell you a quick story here. There was a time in my life when I thought I had to master my thoughts to get anything to manifest. I kept a gratitude journal, forced myself to smile in the mirror, repeated positive mantras every morning. But deep down, I was panicking. I was thinking, if I don't get this right, nothing will happen. I'm stuck. I'm low vibe. I need to fix myself. It wasn't helping. In fact, it made things worse. And then one day, I gave up. Not in a dramatic way, I just got tired of trying. I remember sitting in a chair, staring out the window and thinking, I don't know what to do. I've tried everything. And in that moment of giving up the effort, something shifted. I felt still. No answers, no fireworks, just silence. And in that silence, I felt okay. And then a new thought came, an idea, something fresh, something helpful. That, to me, is how the universe speaks, not through noise, through quiet. That's why the concept of raising your vibration can be misleading. It's not a ladder you climb, it's a curtain you pull back. And what's behind it is always there, always steady, always calm, always wise. You don't have to reach for it, just stop reaching away from it. That's what I teach in the Effortless Money Manifesting Masterclass. It's about learning to see how things really work, not piling on more to-dos. The link's in the description, or you can scan this QR code if you're ready for a different kind of manifesting. Now, I know what some people might be thinking. Okay, Trevor, sounds lovely, but I've got real problems. My bank account is empty. My partner's stressed. I'm overwhelmed. Are you saying that I should just sit still and listen for guidance? Yes. And no. I'm not saying sit around and do nothing, but I am saying that when your mind is swirling, the solutions can't get through. That's why you get your best ideas in the shower, or while walking the dog, or halfway through washing up. When your brain is in neutral, your awareness kicks in. And with that awareness comes new direction. Not forced, not panicked, just a quiet knowing. From that place, you'll do what needs to be done. It might be something simple, a text message, a job ad you suddenly feel like replying to, a friend you haven't spoken to in ages who comes to mind. It won't always be what you expect, but it will always feel right. Not in your head, in your body. And that's when your vibration shifts without you needing to raise anything at all. So next time you're feeling low, don't try to raise your vibe like it's a dumbbell at the gym. Instead, pause. Let the thoughts swirl and settle. You don't have to believe them. You don't have to fight them. Just notice. Just breathe. Just wait. And watch what rises from the quiet. If you do that, you'll see that high vibration state isn't something you create. It's something you return to. And you can return to it any time, right now even. As I mentioned, if you want to go deeper, I've left the link to the masterclass below, and there's that QR code on the screen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in another video.